You just spent a fortune on a beautiful wool overcoat. You look powerful. You look successful. Then you put your hands in your pockets. Or worse, you pull out a pair of bulky nylon ski gloves. In 1 second, the illusion is shattered. You went from CEO to schoolboy. Gentlemen, winter style is not defined by the big pieces. It is defined by the details. It is useless to buy the perfect coat if you ruin it with cheap finishing touches. Today, we are mastering the accessories that separate the men from the boys: leather gloves and scarves. I will show you how to fit a glove like a second skin, the only 3 scarf knots that remain masculine, and how to stay warm without sacrificing your dignity. Stop treating accessories as an afterthought. Let's elevate. Essential 1. The leather glove. Let's begin with the foundation of your hand's wardrobe, the leather glove. To the average man, a glove is merely a utilitarian tool designed to prevent frostbite. He buys whatever is on sale at the department store, usually a bulky, shapeless black blob that makes his hands look like paws. For the gentleman over 50, this is unacceptable. A leather glove is not just warmth, it is a second skin. It is the first point of contact, the handshake you offer the world before skin actually touches skin. The most critical aspect of a leather glove is the fit. This is where 95% of men fail. When you are in the store trying on a high-quality pair, your instinct will be to size up because they feel tight. Resist that instinct. A proper leather glove must feel uncomfortably tight when brand new. You should have to struggle slightly to ease your hand past the wrist opening. The leather should hug your knuckles so closely that the outline of your bones is visible when you make a fist. Why? Because quality leather is organic. It stretches and molds. Within 2 weeks of wear, a tight glove will relax into a bespoke fit that mirrors your hand perfectly. If you buy a glove that feels comfortable and loose on day 1, within a month it will look sloppy, wrinkled, and lifeless. Next, we must discuss material and texture. Not all leather is created equal, and your choice should depend on the archetype you are channeling, referencing our previous video. For a formal city business look, the power broker, you want hair sheep leather, often called cabretta. It is incredibly smooth, buttery, and has a high sheen. It pairs perfectly with wool overcoats and suits. However, if you are leaning into the rugged masculine look with a field jacket or denim, hair sheep is too delicate. You need deerskin or peccary. These leathers have a distinct pebbled grain. They are thicker, tougher, and age with a beautiful patina. They look fantastic when gripping a steering wheel or carrying a weekend bag. Regarding the interior, pay attention to the lining. Avoid synthetic polyester linings that make your hands sweat. For a slim, driving glove profile, look for unlined or silk-lined gloves. For deep winter warmth, cashmere lining is the gold standard. It provides insulation without the bulk of fur or fleece, keeping the silhouette sharp. Finally, the rule of color. It is surprisingly simple. Leathers match leathers. If you are wearing brown leather boots, your gloves should be in the brown family: chocolate, tan, or cognac. If you are wearing black shoes, wear black gloves. Do not wear brown gloves with black shoes. It creates a jarring visual disconnect. And a final warning: avoid tech gloves with those contrasting fabric patches on the fingertips for using smartphones. They ruin the clean lines of the glove. If you need to use your phone, take the glove off. It is a deliberate, masculine action that shows you are pausing to focus, rather than frantically trying to text while walking. Essential 2. The scarf. Now we arrive at the second essential, the scarf. For many men over 50, this accessory is a source of confusion. You might feel it is too fussy, or perhaps even effeminate. Let me correct that notion immediately. Historically, the scarf was a military staple, worn by World War I fighter pilots and desert soldiers to prevent chafing. In the modern wardrobe, it serves a dual purpose. It seals the gap where your coat exposes your throat, and visually, it adds a vertical line that elongates your torso. It is the only accessory that sits directly next to your face, meaning its color and texture have the power to make you look rested and healthy, or tired and washed out. Let's start with a hard rule. Purge your wardrobe of acrylic. Check the labels on your current scarves. If you see 100% acrylic or polyester blend, throw it away or donate it. Synthetic scarves are the enemies of elegance. They do not breathe, meaning you will sweat and itch. They have a cheap, unnatural shine under artificial light. Worst of all, they pill instantly, developing those tiny, ugly balls of fuzz that make you look unkempt. You are a grown man. You deserve natural fibers. You want 100% merino wool, or, if your budget allows, 100% cashmere. Cashmere is not just a luxury, it is a tactical advantage. It is 8 times warmer than sheep's wool, but significantly lighter. It has a drape, the way it hangs, that is fluid and graceful, unlike synthetics, which tend to look stiff and bouncy. Next is the design. The biggest mistake I see men make is turning themselves into walking billboards. Do not buy a scarf just because it has a giant designer logo plastered across it. That is new money signaling. It screams that you are trying to prove your wealth. True old money style is discreet. Opt for solid colors in navy, charcoal, camel, or burgundy. These are versatile and timeless. If you want a pattern, look for heritage designs, a subtle herringbone, a classic tartan, or a muted windowpane check. If your coat is solid, which it likely is, a patterned scarf is the perfect way to introduce visual interest without being overwhelming. Finally, we must talk about dimensions. Size matters. A standard scarf should be at least 180 centimeters, 70 inches, in length, and about 30 centimeters, 12 inches, in width. Many cheaper brands sell short, stubby scarves to save on fabric costs. Avoid these. A short scarf looks like a child's bib or an airline attendant's neckerchief. You need the extra length to execute the masculine knots we are about to discuss. A longer scarf allows for a substantial knot that looks intentional and proportionate to your broad shoulders. If the scarf barely reaches your chest when draped, it is too small for you. The execution. 3 masculine knots. We have the right gloves and the right scarf. Now we must execute. This is where many men freeze. They fear that tying a scarf involves complex origami that ends up looking decorative and feminine. Let me put your mind at ease. As a man over 50, you need exactly 3 knots in your arsenal, no more. We are not making flower shapes. We are building architectural structure for warmth and style. Knot 1. The city slicker, the Parisian. This is the workhorse of winter style. It is clean, symmetrical, and provides the best insulation. To execute this, fold your scarf in half lengthwise. Drape it around your neck so you have a loop on one side and the 2 loose ends on the other. Pull the loose ends through the loop and cinch it up towards your throat. The context. This is your business knot. It is perfect for the morning commute or walking into a boardroom. It stays tight, it doesn't flap in the wind, and it sits perfectly inside the V shape of a blazer or overcoat. It says you are organized and disciplined. Knot 2. The drape. Technically, this isn't even a knot, it is a statement. You simply place the scarf around your neck and let the ends hang down parallel to each other, tucked under your overcoat lapels, but over your sweater. The context. This is for high-style moments when the weather is cold but not freezing. Since it doesn't protect your throat fully, its purpose is visual. It creates 2 vertical columns of color running down your chest. This is a powerful optical illusion that makes you look taller and slimmer, hiding the belly. It showcases the beautiful cashmere fabric you invested in. It is the chosen style of the old money power broker, who moves from a heated car to a heated building. Knot 3. The once around. This is the knot of the rugged, masculine archetype. Start with the scarf around your neck, making one end significantly longer than the other. Take the long end, wrap it loosely around your neck once, and let it hang. You should end up with 2 ends of roughly equal length on your chest. The context. This exudes studied nonchalance. It looks effortless, as if you just threw it on without looking in the mirror. This is the only knot to use with leather jackets, field jackets, or casual weekend wear. It provides warmth, but maintains a sense of movement and freedom. A final warning on execution. Never use the overhand knot, tying it like a shoelace, tight against your neck. It looks like you are choking yourself or wearing a Boy Scout kerchief. And please, avoid the European loop, where you weave the ends in and out like a basket. It is too fussy. Keep it simple. Keep it masculine. Let the fabric speak, not the knot. The formula, the combinations. We have assembled the individual components, the fitted leather glove, the luxurious cashmere scarf, and from our previous session, the Baker Boy hat. Now, we must integrate them into a cohesive whole. This is where style becomes engineering. If you throw these items together randomly, you create visual noise, a cacophony. When you combine them with intent, you create a symphony. The secret lies in the echo and the anchor. Formula 1. The monochromatic executive. City, business. This is the easiest formula to master and the most forgiving. The goal is tone on tone. The anchor. A charcoal gray or navy blue overcoat. The scarf. A light gray or silver cashmere scarf, tied in the city slicker knot. The lighter color near your face brightens your complexion on dreary winter days. The gloves. Black hair-sheep leather. The hat. A black or dark gray herringbone Baker Boy. Why it works. By keeping everything in the gray-scale, cool spectrum, you look serious, sharp, and authoritative. It is impossible to mess this up. Formula 2. The old money icon. The camel coat. This is the high-difficulty, high-reward combination we teased in the last video. The anchor. A camel, tan, wool overcoat. The scarf. Deep navy blue. Navy and camel are the most sophisticated color pairing in menswear. The dark blue creates a striking contrast against the rich tan wool. The gloves. Dark chocolate brown deerskin. Crucial. Do not wear black gloves with a camel coat. The contrast is too harsh. Brown softens the look and harmonizes with the earth tones of the coat. The hat. A brown tweed Baker Boy. Why it works. This uses complementary colors. It signals that you understand color theory without looking like a peacock. It is warm, inviting, and unmistakably expensive. Formula 3. The weekend gentleman. Rugged casual. For when you are off the clock, driving the car, or walking the dog. The anchor, an olive green waxed field jacket or a brown leather bomber. The scarf, a pop of muted color. Think burgundy, rust orange, or mustard yellow, tied in the once-around style. Since the jacket is neutral, the scarf becomes the focal point. The gloves, tan or saddle-colored leather, lighter than the jacket. The hat, a textured Donegal tweed cap with flecks of color that match the scarf. Why it works. It connects you to the outdoors. It feels organic. The golden rule of the echo. To ensure your outfit looks intentional, try to echo your leathers. If you are wearing brown boots, your leather gloves must be brown. They do not need to be the exact same shade. For example, walnut boots versus chocolate gloves is fine. But they must be in the same family. If you wear black boots with brown gloves, you look disjointed, as if you got dressed in the dark. Symmetry in your leathers brings peace to the chaos of winter layering. Gentlemen, winter is not an excuse to let your standards slip. It is an opportunity to show intention through texture and layering. Remember, a man with cold, red hands offers a weak, distracted handshake. A man with warm, leather-clad hands offers connection and strength. You now have the hat, the coat, the gloves, and the scarf. The upper half of your armor is complete, but a fortress needs a strong foundation. In the next video, we are going to ground level. We will discuss the boots, specifically why you must stop wearing sneakers in winter, and the only 3 styles mandatory for the man over 50. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Stay warm.